The world's national economies are becoming intertwined through the process of globalization. In countries other than just our own, cultural, political, legal, and economic events can have a large impact on our nation and many others during this process. Companies that compete internationally need to pay close attention to the business climate and coming issues that can change the way they need to operate. Describing what globalization is, its driving forces, the pros and cons, as well as elements it is comprised of, is the first step to becoming a global business powerhouse. Globalization is the trend toward greater economic, cultural, political, and technological interdependence among national institutions and economies. National borders are becoming less important, which is known as denationalization. This is a byproduct of globalization and is becoming more prevalent throughout the world. During globalization, markets become more uniform all over the globe, helping companies to cut costs through standardization. Companies may also have a saturated consumer base domestically and are in need of a new market. Having an international base of consumers can help to level uneven cash flows for seasonal companies as well. Globalization of production gives companies access to low-cost labor, thus helping them to become more price competitive. For some companies, it will also bring technical know-how and possible access to natural resources otherwise not available to the business at home. The driving forces of globalization, starting with falling international barriers of trade and investment, drastically reduce the costs of doing business internationally. Agreements like GATT that reduce tariffs, quotas, and other restrictions have helped to expedite the process. Technological innovation has been crucial to companies managing global businesses. The use of immediate information is critical in today's world, and without email, the internet, and video conferencing, I'm not sure if international business will be profitable. Another important factor has been how much less costly it has become to transport goods all over the world. The efficiency and speed of transportation is almost scary. However, even with all these exciting business innovations driving globalization, there are cons to all the pros of this new world. Some in the international community complain that globalization dislocates certain jobs of the labor market. On the other hand, the economic gains of economies could be worth the lost jobs of individuals. Many also try to make the case that it leads to a so-called race to the bottom, and by that they mean reducing labor regulations and environmental protections to foster a welcoming business platform. An argument for globalization is that the poorest in the country can gain jobs and be integrated into the global economy. There is also strong evidence that shows that the countries that have participated in the global economy have seen massive gains in the living standards of their people, while sheltered countries have seen little. It has also helped to spread democracy and progress to many global issues. The cultures of nations has also been resilient to uniformity, and deeper cultural tendencies are not easily lost. Globalization is transforming business and society. This phenomenon is also creating much more competition for all firms involved. The way international business has progressed has changed the way firms conduct operations every day. Trade, investment, and capital have become intertwined on a global scale. There are constantly unique meetings of cultural, political, legal, and economic differences that lead to complicated environments, but the progress has been swift in recent years. The differences of managing a multinational business as opposed to a domestic business are vastly different in almost all respects. Understanding the elements of globalization will lead to a successful practice of international business.
And that will conclude everything you need to know about globalization.